Hello everybody, this is Eowick as TehKupkaque, and this is another battle video between me and James. I am trying out a brand new team here. It is one of my more interesting teams with a bunch of solo types. I was trying to work off water, but it was very hard for me, so you just see how the battle goes. Turn off some lights. There you go. Should be able to see it a little bit better. Wow. So he leads off with his Ferrothorn, and I lead off with my Skarmory, so you all know what we're going to do, and so do we. So we both set up our rocks, because that's what we like to do. However, he doesn't carry spikes. He's an interesting set. It's a Paraflinching set without the Serene Grace. So he goes straight for the Thunder Wave, I believe? Yeah. And I just start setting up my spikes. Because I know this thing can wall out a Ferrothorn pretty decently, and I know he doesn't carry Leech Seed. So I try and get 3 layers of spikes up. He gets a few flinch hacks and then para hacks, but that's because of the Paraflinching set, so I'll just wait for that to skip, because the skip on this feature actually takes longer than the actual battle itself. Sorry, that was my door. I don't know why it opened, but it did. So, where are we? Flinching hack still? Needs to leave. Yeah, so I'm giving lefties boost, he's using Iron Head. It's pretty much equaling out. Unfortunately, it isn't. So I am losing constant health, and I do get up my second layer of spikes, I believe this is. I want to say. Oh my god. I haven't reviewed this clip turn-wise, so he just keeps using Iron Head and freaking flinching and para-haxing me. And now since, oh my god, I can't tell what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you can see how annoying this is. He's just flinch, Iron Head, flinch. Nope. Like, holy crap, you're not a frickin' Jirachi. Or Togekiss or something, so stop it. Knock it the freaking knob off. Fork. So, he goes for the Power Whip. He thought I would switch into something after I got all my spikes set up, but I didn't. I just go for the Drill Peck to start doing some damage on it. Because I would rather use my Skarmory for fodder for Iron Barbs instead of having an unsafe switch in. So it's not really decent for fodder right now, considering it's a physical attacker. I'm running max defense, max speed. So yeah, I can have lefties and speed. That's freaking awesome. So I'm starting to attack, and the Iron Barbs are hurting me too. So I'm just really losing health, which is pretty good. I just want to die. So keep spamming Iron Head. I don't know what I was thinking here. I'm just trying to kill it, really. So, because I got my rocks and spikes set up, so I'm good for the match. I don't have anything that weak to rocks, so I didn't bring my Volcarona this match. So that's pretty good. He didn't bring his Espeon, thank God. He leads with his Espeon all the time. It pisses me off, so I can't do anything to set up on it. And then it's always so hard to take out because I never carry a Psychic counter for no reason. But the Iron Barbs finally do take me out, if that's how you want to pronounce it grammatically correctly. But I sent out my Latias, and I don't know what he was thinking here. He must not have known I was carrying the Hidden Power of Fire. And I actually do take it out with the 4 times effective Hidden Power Fire. Because what else would you run on a freaking Latias? It's a Latias. It can't hit through Steel types at all. So he goes into his Hydreigon. I'm like, I swear to God I have to be faster than this thing. So he is faster. I'm like, oh my God, I put the investment in HP, as you could probably already tell by the HP. However, I do live and pull off a Dragon Pulse, but it does not take it out. I'm like, oh my god, stupid specially defensive wall. So I just take it out and send in my Empoleon because it can easily resist anything that this thing can throw at it, except for maybe Hidden Power fighting, but he doesn't use Hidden Power all that much. So he just goes for the Dragon Pulse, and I do resist it, and I'm special. I invested in special attack and special defense, I think. So I do live it pretty well, and then I just use the Ice Beam. Yeah, no, I don't get it, but you know, that's just the way things roll. So he sends out his Sock. I'm like, okay, I might as well just use this thing as fodder. So I know for a fact that I cannot live any attack from this thing. And then he uses Retaliate. I'm like, okay, you just died. And I do live because I do resist it. It might be doubled in power, but it's not stab or super effective. It's actually not very effective. So I'm like, so I pull off the Hidden Power Psychic, and he dies. He's like, oh, your rocks and spikes broke my sturdy. So that's the great thing about entry hazards. Rocks and spikes breaking sturdy like crazy. So he sends out his handy. I'm like, okay, he's just gonna fake me out. I know. So I just decide to use this turn to switch. So I switch into my Gyarados, and many of you might be thinking, why on earth are you using a freaking Gyarados? They suck. They're actually pretty decently bulky. You can't live a Thunderbolt from like anything though. However, if you can catch the switch in, you can use Earthquake to take it out, probably. You know the switch in and you know they might carry Thunderbolt. So that fake out did a crap load of damage to me. I'm like, holy god, really? Normal gem? And he carries Covet on this thing. I'm like, don't do that. So I try to send this thing as fodder so he can't get any item for the turn, and I can pretty much get a safe. So, however, he does live, but he takes a Focus Sash, and that really occupies a slot for no apparent reason. So I make his Covet pretty useless and send in Latias again. Now this he did not see. On my item, that those stones brought me down to just enough so my Custom Berry would activate, and I can use Healing Wish to fully regenerate my Gyarados. Unfortunately, it does not come before Stealth Rock and Spikes damage. However, he does use a Pursuit and it fails because, well, I killed myself. So the Custom Berry Healing Wish really makes a lot of people annoyed if I do get into the red. So I'm fully healed on Gyarados. However, the Stealth Rock's damage he set up will take me down to 3/4. So 75% if you want to go all percentage-ish on numbers. So he uses a Covet. It does a decent amount of damage because I don't. Gyarados' defense still isn't that good. I'm running. Yeah, I just used Dragon Dance, and I'm like, please, after this Lefty's boost, please live another Covet so I can set up Dragon Dance again. So he uses Covet, and it lives. I'm actually quite surprised at how bulky Gyarados actually are. And then with the Dragon Dance, it gets pretty freaking powerful too. So I just go in for the safe Earthquake, I think. Yeah, I go for the Earthquake, and because the only thing he could have switched into was Hydreigon, and that risked the miss with Ice Fang. So yeah, and I get my Moxie boost too. I'm like, okay, time to start sweeping with this thing. I'm +2. However, actually I'm +3 attack, +2 speed. So he sends in his Furniv. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll just leave it in as fodder. So he goes in with the Mach Punch. I'm like, Fighting Gem Mach Punch, interesting. I do that too on mine, except I run Acrobatics instead of whatever the heck he runs. And I live it. I'm like, holy crap, this thing is amazing. That was a, basically a normal power Mach Punch with Stab and the Iron Fist boost. Because otherwise he'd probably run Close Combat, which I think he does. Like, why? Yeah, he does. I'm like, why do you do that? So now that's his only priority Pokemon, and I'm setting up a pretty decent sweep here with Gyarados. I'm +4 in attack and +2 in speed, but he sends out his Scizor. I'm like, oh my god. This thing, why do you have 2 Pokemon with priority? Seriously. But I guess it's for a situation just like this. So that uses bullet punch. I'm like, oh god, there goes. But it is not very effective, but it still does take me out because he's got the technician boost, and that boosted even more than Iron Fist. So I just send out my Luke Shredder. I'm like, okay, this thing is the only hope I have of taking this thing out. So this decided like the entire match. I used Protect to get my Guts boost from Flame Orb. And after that, this decided the whole match. I used Fire Fang and it missed. The 5% chance that decided the match missed. And the X Scissor does enough to bring me down to the range where Burn and Bullet Punch will take me out. I'm like, round, so. So I send out my Espeon, and the only attacks it has is Grass Knot and Psychic. So that is, he uses Bullet Punch. I live, and this Psychic, it didn't do like anything because it's quad resisted. I think maybe it's just 2 times half damage. But yeah, that is good game. Good job, James. You didn't just finally beat me for all you were watching. I just recorded some battles that I thought were awesome. So, yeah. Well, see you next time.